Hi, it's Tim with Tim's Smoke Review here on YouTube. And as I said, I'm someone who has just quit smoking real cigarettes and found it was very hard to find anybody on YouTube who was doing reviews that actually come from a smoker's point of view. Everybody on here seems to be people that are already vaping, and I don't really know what that is yet because I'm a smoker. So I thought I'd do some videos to kind of help people who are in the same boat looking for electronic cigarettes as a way to quit smoking real cigarettes. At this point, it's been over 2 weeks since I've had a real cigarette, and I suggest you start with my first video that talks about the best way to get into smoking these electronic cigarettes as opposed to just going out and buying some starter kit right off. I suggest you start off with a disposable to figure out if you really do want to use electronic cigarettes to quit smoking. Now today's review is going to be about White Cloud, and that was actually the first starter kit that I got. After doing some research, I thought, wow, White Cloud sounds pretty good. I'm going to give them a shot, and I was able to get their starter kit, the Cirrus 2, for about $48, $45, something like that. Anyway, their prices went down considerably on their website just right after I bought mine, but that's another story. So this is the box that it came in, which it was just a box to house this box. Well, why they had to put it in two boxes, I don't know, but it was kind of a waste. But anyway, this is the box that it comes in. I'm all excited, it's my first one. I got it in the mail, and I went to open it up, and I opened it up, and that's all that's in the starter kit. Just two batteries and the USB charger, and this is all you need to charge your batteries, the little USB charger. It doesn't come with a wall unit. You just plug this into your computer. It costs more on this kit to get a wall unit, but anyway, it's not a bad deal. And they say that their big claim to fame is that they do make their own products. Here's one of the batteries. They're both average size battery, and this is the Cirrus 2, so it's their most inexpensive battery. One thing I will give them about battery life is they do last a long time. I haven't had a whole lot of experience. I just know that compared with some of the others that I've had, so far the Cirrus 2 batteries have seemed to last longer. You'll see reviews where people are talking about the battery lasts them 3 or 4 hours. I could use one of these and it would last me basically all day, at least 8 to 10 hours while I was at work, which is really good, which means I'm just not smoking as much on the electronic cigarette as some other people do. But that does bring up something good for people who are coming from cigarettes to electronic cigarettes. I am smoking more now since I've gone to electronic cigarettes. Now, true, it's not as harmful. I mean, there's not all those billions of chemicals that are in a real cigarette, but I have found that because I can smoke anywhere, I am smoking more. So I'm taking in more nicotine, just not getting any of the other harmful 4,000 chemicals that are in a real cigarette, including stuff like tar, carbon monoxide, stuff that kills you. Anyway, so as for the cartridges that come with the White Cloud, their regular flavor, this is a bad apple, which I ordered on after getting the regular flavor. The regular flavor doesn't taste like a cigarette. So White Cloud is not the one that you want to go with if it's your first kit. In other words, if you're coming straight from like smoking Pall Malls or Camels or Marlboros, I wouldn't recommend White Cloud because they don't really have anything that tastes like a cigarette. So to use it as your first starter kit, I wouldn't. Maybe as you get farther down the road and you start to enjoy vaping and some of their other flavors come into play, then that might be something you might consider. But for the very beginner, I really don't recommend White Cloud, other than the fact that their batteries last really long. Their vape, the smoke, the vapor, I found with the camera that you have to really blow up into the camera so you can see the smoke, but not as much smoke or vapor that comes out with the White Clouds as what I had hoped for and what I'd seen on a lot of other reviews. What I'm finding out with the electronic cigarettes is you do have to inhale on them longer than you do a regular cigarette in order to get a lot of smoke or vapor, as it's called. That was the bad apple. And one thing I was really disappointed in with White Cloud is they've got a ton of flavors, but you can't really taste any of the flavor in any of them. And besides their regular tobacco, the other one I got was one called Apache. And they said that if the regular tobacco didn't taste much like tobacco, to try their Apache. When I got the Apache, I pulled it out and it smelled like old mothballs or something like that. I don't know. It was a horrible smell. I thought, well, maybe it's just been the packaging or something, so I tried to smoke on it for a little bit. It's pretty gross. So I can't really recommend that. And the thing of it is, I really wanted White Cloud to be really cool because they're, you know, an American company. Their stuff's all made in America. They even sent me out free of charge this cool little carrying case. I just wanted them to work so well, and turns out that my experience with it wasn't too great. Their customer service is really good. I did call them for a couple of times for whatever reason. I don't remember why. But their customer service is really good. They're a really great company to work with. Shipping's pretty fast. I just can't, for somebody who's coming off smoking real cigarettes and a heavy smoker, I just can't recommend their e-cigarettes as far as for flavor or for much vapor, which for me, I need a lot of that vapor to let me know that I'm still smoking. So maybe for someone that's more advanced and get one of their more advanced kits, like I said, I paid about $45 or $48 for the one that I got. They do have other kits that run up to $80 to $120 to $200. One of them is called their Stealth Kit, and I don't see any purpose for it for someone like me at all because it doesn't put off any vapor. All you get is a nicotine hit, and that's it. So I guess if you're an advanced vapor that wants to vape without seeing the vapor and just get the nicotine hit, that kit would be pretty good. But me, I got to see the smoke because I'm getting off that smoking habit. I've got to have the vapor, or smoke as I like to call it. But anyway, one thing I will say about White Cloud, great long battery life, and the nicotine levels. They've got nicotine levels. I'm going to have to pull up their chart here on the computer to see their different nicotine levels. But they've got like 4 or 5 levels. Let me see how many there are here. Give me just a minute. I'm on their website here. They do have a pretty nice, easy to navigate website. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 different nicotine levels that goes all the way from nicotine free all the way up to double extra. Now, when I called them to find out what type I should be ordering, they advised me to get the extra. And I think, to be honest with you, that's been part of my problem with White Cloud is their e-cigarettes have also made me sick to my stomach and gave me a headache. Doing some research, I found out that I was probably taking in too much nicotine, and I had ordered the extra strength, which is like 2.4 or 3.6 or something like that as far as the nicotine. So even just now I'm feeling a little sick to my stomach after taking a hit off of the White Cloud cigarette. But anyway, overall, I got to rate them as a pretty good company. For it to be your very first electronic cigarette starter kit, I wouldn't recommend it because I don't think it's going to be what you want, especially if you smoke regular strength cigarettes, you know, like Marlboro, Camel, Pall Mall, you know, whatever other brands there are, Doral. If you smoke one of those kind of cigarettes, I don't think you're going to be happy with the White Cloud just because you're not going to get that tobacco flavor out of their batteries. So overall, as a first-time experience, I would have to say with White Cloud, no. Now I am really excited because I've got some other reviews coming up. I'm going to do one more tonight, and I've got some other starter kits coming in that I'm really looking forward to, and we'll talk more about those as they get here. But for right now, for the White Cloud review, that's it. Please subscribe and let me know if you have any comments. Thanks for tuning in.